7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Is she satisfied or dissatisfied? She is just a customer, just like everyone else. Like always, giving it to you raw and unedited. Over to you, the short one.
Hey, so anyway, this week I'm just going to straight into the podcast. Coming up with all the niceness at the beginning, like, hello, welcome to my podcast, blah, blah, blah. So firstly, what's up with drivers, St. Albans drivers or people visiting St. Albans, playing musical horns? I'll be there in my room, and you can hear the traffic going, and you'll hear a car going beep, as in, I don't know, a little bit of road rage or the beginning of something, and then you'll hear another car go beep, another car will go beep beep, another car will go beep beep, and it will just go on for about a minute. Like, at first it's cute, but now it's like, seriously, stop it. It's annoying, It literally is like beep, beep, or sometimes they'll really get into a tune where one car will go beep, another car will go beep, beep, and then a different horn, so I guess car number 3 is now involved, will be like beep, 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 and it's like, it's almost like Morse code, like what are they trying to say? But it's great because, yes, it's entertaining if you are in that car and you're sat at the traffic lights. But listening to it, it's like, oh, gosh. At least do a tune or something. Like that program. Is it Play That Tune? Like when they'll say, play that tune in 1. And then it will go like, ding. And then someone will go, oh, yeah, that's Cliff Richard's Summer Holiday. And you're thinking, how the hell did they get that? Like, and then it'll be like, yes, you're absolutely right. You've won a camping van or something. And it's kind of like, how the hell did they get that? Just by ding. Oh, that's Mozart version 6 Symphony 2.0 or something. It's like, how the hell did you manage to get that? Like, seriously? But yeah, so the music horns of the drivers, it was cute at first, but now it's like, oh, if you really want to go in some road rage, just kick off, I don't care. But don't kill. We just have a little kick off, a little scuffle or something, but it's just so... But I must admit, sometimes it does put a smile on my face, like a little, oh, isn't that cute? But sometimes I'm just like, oh, shut up. Just stop it now. Stop it. So the other day I was in Holland Barrett, and Holland Barrett, I've always loved it because, you know why? Because every staff member knows the products so well. Like, you could literally go in there and say, I've got succincolitis. As you can tell, I've made that up. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, you should try this. And they'll come up with some tablets or something. And I'll explain to you how that tablet literally helps with your scoliosis. And they'll say, oh, and also we've got this one as well. And they'll go through the ingredients and they'll be like, okay, this one you only take X amount of tablets, blah, blah, blah. But they're so knowledgeable. It's almost like, are you chemists for herbs or something, or are you doctors? They are so knowledgeable, but they don't wear the white coats like Boots does, but they just know their shit. And so the other day I was in there and I went in there to go and talk about something, and the woman was literally helping me out. And I was And anyone that knows me, I'm a nightmare of a customer. Well, you can kind of tell from my podcast. But I was literally like questioning everything about this tablets, and she was able to answer everything. So I finally said to her, I was like, how the hell does every staff member of Holland Barrett know their products? And she goes, oh, because every time a new product comes in, we have to learn it, and we're tested. And I was like, geez, because Holland Barrett, it's got so much shit in there. It's got like 1 million products. And, you know, it's all nicely, neatly displayed. So it's not like your Primarks or your TK Maxes or whatever, where everything's chaotic and you need some form of counselling before you go in there. But it's like, how the hell do you have to get to know every single product and you know it inside out? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But it's great for the customer. Well, for me, I think it's great because you just go in there and they spend time with you. So it's not like, oh, we're busy, or they actually take time out. And I think that's amazing because you kind of feel more relaxed, and, you know, you tend to give out more information of whatever you're asking for than you expected to. But it's a really good experience. Really good experience. So shout out to Holland Barrett, because it makes you feel like when you've actually purchased something, you know, or you feel that that product is gonna do its shit. And you come out there thinking, oh yeah, I can't wait to go home and start taking this product. Even though sometimes I bought products and they haven't really worked on me, but, you know, but that's not the fault of them. It's, I guess, my body is some kind of diva and just rejects stuff when it wants to reject and stuff like that. But Holland Barrett, whereas if I went to Boots and I just stopped any staff member, it will either be like, oh, I don't work in that department, or, you know, they're reading it like as if I would read it, and it's not like they know the product that well. But Holland Barrett, it's really and truly, it's just a good experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, Holland Barrett doesn't have staff members floating around because it is quite small. So you do have to kind of ask, like, is there someone that can help me, kind of thing? Or you got to find someone, or if they're busy with the customer, you got to kind of wait. And because you know they're going to detail, you're kind of waiting for a long time. But it's just amazing. Like, once they are with you, they make you feel valued, and they educate you as well. I guess it depends on how you ask the questions and you showing interest in whatever you're about to purchase, to the point that I impulse buy. So I can go in there for one thing, and then I'll come out with either those no added sugar sweets or a flapjack, or now what they've got at the counters is that £1 thing, like whether he's giving out sample. I wouldn't say giving out sample, that sounds like he's giving it out for free. It's not for free. But I tend to come out with like coconut oil. And do I use coconut oil? No. I don't use it for cooking. I know I can use it in my hair, but I don't even use it for that. So I just buy it because I'm an impulse buyer. And I guess because they make me feel, they've actually taken time out for me, I'm impelled to actually purchase something that I don't actually want. But I don't feel guilty about it when I get home. It's only like 3 months later when I still see that thing I wasn't meant to buy and it's still there. That's when I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, Honda, when would I ever stop impulse buying? But Holland Barrett, shout out to you, seriously, damn, and to the staff, having to know all those products inside out, jeez. And also, like, I love collecting the points from Holland Barrett, but the only bad thing about their loyalty cards is the points are not indefinite. So when you do get the points, you have to use it by a certain time, which is so annoying because sometimes I don't need to go back there, and it's like, oh, you've missed out on your points. Oh, bugger. But anyway, for loyalty cards, I'm a sucker for loyalty cards. Like even for Neil's Yard, I only went to purchase there something once, and I went online straight away. I was like, get me a loyalty card. My purse is just full of loyalty cards. absolute fool. My keychains, loyalty cards on them, so much. I'm a sucker for loyalty cards, but I know that as a loyalty card holder, I don't really benefit from the points when I'm there to like dish it out. I don't use the points or anything, but I just love the whole loyalty card thing. Yeah, people will say, oh, but they hold so much information about you. Oh my gosh, really? Seriously? Is that an issue? I've got an email address. How do those people in Nigeria or Russia or those people, erectile dysfunction people, send me emails? The way I look at it is like, we're in a society where your information, it's very difficult for you to keep it private. And loyalty cards, okay, so what? Tesco, Waitrose, whatever, they know my buying habits. So what? Great. Send me the offers. I might even purchase something. So I'm a sucker for loyalty cards. I'm a sucker for promotions as well. And even though I don't end up using them at all. So one thing I noticed, this is St. Albans Market, but I can't tar everyone in the same brush, but the fruit and veg people. Now, when I go to the fruit and veg store, I don't need to be buying the whole stock. So I might go and buy a few bananas, or on one occasion, I can just buy one honeydew melon. But why do they always look pissed off with me? Just because I'm buying one item, or maybe just two? You know, to me, it's like you're putting me off from coming back to buy from either you, and I'll go to another fruit and veg market store. They're probably going to treat me the same way as well. I don't know. And eventually I'll just be like, you know what, fuck it. I'll just go and buy it from Tesco. You know, I don't mind the pesticides and all those kind of sides. You know, I don't mind paying a little bit extra if it means that you're going to give me attitude when I'm paying for the stuff. Because again, if I'm buying for one, why would I need a basket and buy all your stock? I'm not there to refarm the farm goods. That's not what I'm there for. I'm just there. You should be privileged that I'm actually coming to you, even if I'm buying that one item. That's one extra stock that I'm taking away from you. But no. Attitude. And the thing is, instead of giving attitude, what I would suggest is, why don't you try upselling me? Like, give me the upsell. Give me the pitch. You know, oh, these avocados would be great. You know, if you ever tried avocados and, I don't know, tangerines. Like avocado, tangerines and spinach. It's in a good mix. I'm just making this stuff up, you know. And then I might be like, especially I'm a sucker for upselling and promotions and all that kind of stuff. I might be just like, oh, okay, let me buy that as well. But giving me attitude, it's like, or I just keep thinking of what passed when I finish paying my little, I don't know, 17p or 70p or whatever. I just think, fuck off. Because there's no need for that. There's no need for that at all. And please, for goodness sake, I know you're serving with a colleague of yours, and you're deep in conversation, but you don't need to be talking when I'm there wanting to pay my money, or not even just me, just everyone else, you know. It's kind of rude. But there's only 2 fruit and veg stores that I tend to go to, even though there's others, because they have a more wide variety. And I always find it the same, and I'm just thinking, jeez, I should just get it from somewhere else. But yeah, so take a break. So catch me at www.iamjustacustomer.com. On Twitter, I'm just a customer without the apostrophe, and there's no A. So it's I'm just a customer. On Facebook, I am just a customer, and on Instagram, I am just a customer. So don't forget, wherever you're listening, share it with people, write reviews, all that kind of jazz. If you want to contact me for any reason or whatever, hit the contact button on the website or just give a shout out on social media. I'm there. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the rest of the podcast. So Sainsbury's and Asda. Interesting. So the poor and the rich divide is closing in. Wow. I must say, although I'm a Waitrose girl, I do like Waitrose, but unfortunately, living where I live in St Albans, Tesco's is and it's a Tesco Metro. It's not even a Tesco store, it's a Tesco Metro. That's my nearest one. So, but Waitrose, love Waitrose. I don't even drink hot drinks like the coffee, so the coffee bit doesn't even attract me. I just love Waitrose. But anyway, so Sainsbury's and Asda are merging. So it's going to be quite interesting. So, first of all, Lidl, if you're listening, you need to clean up your stores. I was in a Lidl in Cricklewood in northwest London, and it was messy, but messy, not like the footballer, messy as in even dirty, like the floors were dirty, and it was just chaotic, and it was packed in there. It was just crazy. And I mean, I was in there with my cousin and stuff, and she knew what she wanted to buy, blah, 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 blah. So I was in there mainly for her. I just bought a shower gel. But it was just so awful, the experience, because it was dirty, it was packed, everything was messy. The checkout queues were so long, you know, and the thing is, it's not even the customer's fault, you know, but because there were some empty checkouts, like ones that weren't manned. But it was just, you know, when I came out, I just thought, oh my gosh, can't believe I was in that jungle. Literally, it was just crazy in there. But yeah, so the Sainsbury's and Asda merge. It's going to be interesting. What will happen to my nectar points, I wonder? Will they still continue? Are we going to get Asda prices? Are we going to get that? What's going to happen to that theme tune of Asda? I've forgotten the theme tune. I don't watch TV anymore. It's like, all I know, it ends with ding ding. But yeah, I mean, it is going to be very interesting. And it'll be interesting what position that Tesco becomes. But yeah, but what's going to happen to my nectar points? I mean, and are they going to, because Asda, I wonder what's going to look like. Are they going to make it quite, I don't know, cheap prices, but with the posh feel, all the other way around? I have no idea. I mean, to be honest with me, it's not going to bother me anyway, either way. Except for the nectar points, because I want to know what's happening with my nectar points. My nectar points, because I've got that connected to my eBay, so, and other places as well. So I'm collecting nectar points like crazy, you know. So I want to know what's happening with my nectar points. That's what I'm interested in. I don't care if you're merging. Great, whatever, brilliant. Who cares? I guess some people will care, but me, no. Just my nectar points. So the Ivy has arrived in St Albans, the Ivy restaurant. I must say though, it's a shame that they couldn't do like an opening like for like local residents, like people in the town centre or something, like residents and I don't know, other shop owners or, you know, people in businesses. That would have been nice, because I'm sure Ivy can afford it. But yeah, so St Albans is getting posher by the minute. Although on weekend nights, when the bars are about to close, is St Albans posh? I don't think so. The amount of lager louts that are out there late in the evenings on a weekend night. And the swearing. I mean, I love a good swear. And I must say the swearing, I hate it when they use like normal swear words, but it's when they get inventive. That's where I'm like, oh shit. I've either got to record this or where's my paper and pen? I need to write the swear word down, because some of the swear word is so creative and so like, gosh, that's a very good line. How do you have a comeback for that line? But yeah. So the Ivy. I've never been to the Ivy, one in central London, the infamous Ivy. I haven't been there, so I couldn't, if I go to the St Albans one, I can't compare it to the London one. But only thing I say is, for something so prestigious and so like, oh, we get A-listers, I'm not going to say central London one, it would have been nice, Mr. Ivy, or Mr. The Ivy, or Mrs. or Mrs. or Miss. Oh, the whole LGBTQ XYZ thing. Can I really say Mr., Mrs., Miss? Okay, two person the Ivy. It would have been nice for you to do like an opening night, an opening night, like a pre-launch night for local residences and businesses, like to say, come and have a little taster, a sample, or something. Or even still, if you didn't want loads of people, you could have just said, hey, we got to get that amazing girl on that podcast. What's it called? Something about being a customer. Like, oh, I'm just a customer. Yeah, the short one. We need to get her into the Ivy St Albans. Yeah, and give her a loyalty card that gives her free meals for at least a minimum of 5 years or something. 5 years. How good would that be? So anyways, this week hasn't been all amazing because my butchers, who I still love and I'm still loyal to, my butchers didn't have Cumberland sausages. I said the word sausages without stuttering. But anyway, they didn't have Cumberland sausages. They only had the pork ones. Now there's, here comes the stutter. Here comes the stutter. So this, jeez. This, oh wow, here we go. So their sausages are really amazing, absolutely amazing. But the thing is, I've cut down a lot on their sausages because I indulged them when I first moved to St Albans and I discovered them. I indulged in them like literally breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. Were their Cumberland sausages. Until I was just like, you know what? Press the pause button, have a rest. So I haven't bought it for a while. So the other day, I went there because my mum wanted some supply of Cumberland sausages. And so I went there and they didn't have any. They only had pork ones. But I've kind of gone off sausages, so I didn't get to taste them. But it was just a shame they didn't have it. And it's kind of like I'd say it's their signature meat they have. Because I'm sure one of them explained to me that the sauce, oh, for fuck's sake. That long meat thing, whatever, beginning with an S, that they make it themselves. I think that's the only thing that they actually make. Or at the time they told me that was the only thing they actually produced themselves. But they're really amazing. I think it's 85% meat. Absolutely. Like, there's like one long meat thing beginning with an S. Like, it's just so filling. Absolutely filling. But spot on with the spices and everything else. So just to calm my stutter down, let's take a break. So don't forget, on the website, www.iamjustacustomer.com is probably where you're seeing the link if you go into social media. On Facebook, I am just a customer. On Instagram, I am just a customer. But on Twitter, it's I'm just a customer, obviously without the apostrophe. So it's I am just a customer. So share everything, review, but share with people. Don't keep it to yourself. I'm not your dirty little secret, or maybe I am, who knows. But share it like a virus. That's what I say. Share it like a cold. Oh gosh, I shouldn't mention that. I don't want to catch a cold. But yeah, share it like a cold. Share it like a gossip, or like a juicy gossip. Tell the whole wide world. Anyway, back to the podcast. So speaking of colds, oh my gosh, how freezing is it? And I love the cold. I hate the heat. I am not a summer girl, not in the slightest. My philosophy is this: when it's hot, there's nothing much you can do about it, because you can't literally strip off and walk around naked and have your boobs flapping everywhere and your arse flapping everywhere and everything else flapping everywhere, but even if you were naked, you'll still be scorching and you're sweating, which is disgusting. But so there's nothing you can do, you're very limited. But when you are cold, it's so nice. You can snuggle up warm. You've got your electric blanket. You've got the heating. You can wear gloves. You can put a scarf on. You can put a little hat on. That's what I love about winter. That's what I love about coldness. It's like you can add things and it's so cute, and you look cute. You look like we all look like little westernized Eskimos, in winter. So cute. But when it's hot, it's like you see people with sweat on their backs, under their arms, on their faces. And then before it rains, you get those little flying ants things. Those flying ants, have they actually got a name? I don't know what they're called. But you get those flying ant things, and I hate those things. Those things can make me go rogue, because those things are not scared of you. Like a wasp, a fly, they're scared of you. You can put your hand out like, and they'll buzz away. But those flying ant things, they're not scared of you. They've got so much attitude. They literally stick on you and they'll crawl in your hair. They'll crawl up your back. Hate them. So let's go back to St. Albans Market. See, I love St. Albans. Absolutely love St. Albans. If you haven't been to St. Albans, you've got to come to St. Albans. I mean, I'm not a St. Albanian. I don't know every area in St. Albans. I only know the town centre. And even just the town centre alone is so much to see. It's so historic. Like the Romans and the scenery, especially when you see the Abbey, the St. Albans Abbey, and the cobbled streets and everything. It's so lovely. So you've got this whole old scenic area, but then you've got new look, TK Maxx, Topshop, do you know what I mean? You got Marks and Spencer's, Tesco's, you got all this like up-to-date places, and it's like whoa. So you kind of feel like, oh, I'm just like in the world of Oliver Twist or something, or the Hovis ad. But then when you look around, it's like, oh, modernised. Yeah, it's lovely. It's great. But anyway, so St. Albans Market. Now, one thing about me, I can't eat from anywhere that's not a restaurant. So as long as I'm not getting table service, I can't eat from your things. But you got so many stores that sell food, like the food. And the thing is, the food smells so amazing. And it's literally like any country. I think the only country that don't have, the only continent they don't have is like African stuff, but they got all the foods there for like everywhere in the world, and the food smells so amazing, but I just can't eat from there. I don't know if I'm missing out. Am I missing out? But I just can't eat from there. Even like, I mean, my favourite high street, don't get me wrong, my favourite high street is Camden High Street. I love Camden. I've worked in Camden, love Camden, everything. I love everything about Camden. But the only place I can eat is Nando's when you go further up towards Chalk Farm. Because I can't eat from the street. I don't know what it is. I know I've got a sensitive stomach, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, I can't see a hygiene certificate. Where did you cook that food beforehand? Where was it stored? Where was it prepared? I'm so anal like that. But St. Albans Market, the food looks so amazing and smells so divine. And when you see people eating it, you're just like, oh gosh, I wish I could eat it, but I can't eat it. And people I know that eat in there, and I've been with people that, oh, let me try that food, and they'll buy that, they get a little container, get the food in it, and it looks amazing. They're like, oh, try something. I'm like, I can't try it. I can't do it. I just can't eat from there. But it's not because of anything. It's just me. So yeah, it's not you, it's me. Sorry, got to break up. Yeah, I just can't do it. But the food there just looks so amazing. Although one time I saw a stand there saying Chicken George, and I just think to myself, do they actually know who Chicken George is? And some people, like, if you watch Roots, you'd know who Chicken George is. And I just wonder, I just thought, oh, maybe the guy's name's George, and Chicken George is because it's chicken. But I did look at it and I think, ooh, okay. So, news flash, oh my gosh, I had KFC. I had a fried chicken. And I haven't had a fried chicken, I'd say, well over 10 years. Because I just don't do fried food, as in fried chicken, where the oil is just dripping. But today I had fried chicken. Because I wanted to get a Zinger Tower meal. Because when I go to KFC, that's the only thing I can eat is a Zinger Tower meal. Because obviously the chicken breast is hidden. So you don't really see the oil because it's hidden within the hash brown and whatever, lettuce, mayo, But when I went to KFC, this is in London, not in St Albans, this is in London. When I went to KFC, I was like, have a Zinger Tower meal. She was like, oh, sorry, no hash browns. And I was like, for fuck's sake. She goes, you can have a Zinger meal. I was like, nah, I want a Zinger Tower. You know, it's like, one thing about me, I always get the same thing. I can go to a Chinese restaurant, Italian restaurant, whatever restaurant. Whatever I ordered when I first came in that restaurant, I will still be ordering to my deathbed, that same dish. But I will always look at the menu as if I'm going to make a change. And I can spend ages looking at the menu, like, I wonder what else, I wonder what alternative I can have, you know, to my usual. But when the waitress comes, I already know what I'm ordering. It's going to be the same thing. So even with KFC, it was like, no hash browns. Oh, shit. But I couldn't leave because I wasn't alone. So I was just like, all right, fine. Just give me the Zinger meal. I had the Zinger meal and I felt I was being shortchanged. I didn't even finish it. I didn't even enjoy it. The hash brown was missing. But if she had conned me and said, there's your Zinger Tower meal, even though she charged me for a Zinger meal, I think I would have done the wiser. But because I felt something was missing, I didn't enjoy it, so I couldn't finish it. So anyway, the person I was with, they'd got one of those bucket things. And I was looking at them eating the chicken thigh. And I was like, oh, actually looks good. And I was so petrified. And I actually came out, like, without thinking, can I take a piece of chicken? And they were like, yeah. And autopilot mode, I bit into the chicken with the skin, with the oil. And I liked it. And I thought, in my head, I thought, oh, shit. Do not get involved with fried chicken. So anyway, as the short one does, I finished that chicken. Oh my gosh. I would have gone for a second one. Like literally, but I was too full. I literally devoured that chicken bone. When it got to the bone stage, I was eating cartilage, everything. I wanted to crack the bone and chew on the bone. Like, seriously, it was such a nice chicken. And then when everything was finished, no chips, drink, I sat there and I thought, I'm going to vomit. And I went into panic mode. Because one thing about me, I got a phobia of vomit. I hate seeing people vomit and I hate myself vomiting. I went into panic mode and so did the person I was with. Because I think they didn't want to be sprayed in public. Because when I vomit, I can't aim properly. So even if I'm above a toilet, like literally I'm above a toilet bowl, I will vomit either side of the toilet. It will appear on the floor, on the wall, everything. So anyway, we're both there panicking, trying to find something, and I find some gum. And you know, I'm not person that buys chewing gum all the time, like probably like once every 2 years. And deep at the bottom of my bag, I found a wrapper of chewing gum. And there was only one chewing gum in there. Now, being in panic mode, I did not question the chewing gum. I just shoved that baby in my mouth and chewed so fast that I almost bit off my piercing in my lip. Like, literally, I was like, you know, and I managed to kill that sensation that I was about to vomit everywhere, because it wouldn't have been good, because I was literally in the restaurant, and that would not have been a good look. But yeah, and it was only like afterwards I thought, how old was this chewing gum? Because I tell you now, I cannot for the life of me remember when I last bought chewing gum. And it was a bit soft, and when I chewed it, it was a bit stringy. But I've no idea how old it was. Do I care? No, because it stopped the nausea. It wasn't even nausea. I was going to vomit. I literally felt it coming up my esophagus. But I don't know how old it was. And on that note, I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Oh, this you crazy mother.